Good evening, everybody. Good morning. I'm introducing to you an Excel app here, like an Excel template. Very good for time card making, but very much useful for bigger companies that have huge number of manpower. Let's say like construction company that have thousands of workers, and they have like 20 projects or more going on together. It's very useful for those companies which don't use biometric fingerprinting, biometric finger register punching machines. In this app, this requires that for a company with more than one project, each project to have a timekeeper with a computer, whereby he will be making these time cards from this Excel template. The usefulness of this template is that you only enter data on this interface. I'll show you how this interface works, and which means if a project has like 1,000 employees, staff and workers, you can make for them timesheets in one place. Also, it doesn't matter how much normal hours they have, standard hours, some have overtime, some don't have. You can combine all of them here together. You don't have to make a separate for staff and a separate for site workers. You make all of them here together. The only thing you do is to enter time in, time out. I'll show you. I have divided, I have labeled these cells starting from this one, choose calendar. It's the first cell, into different colors. So very easy for you to understand here is that the only cells you can change what's in the data is the cells labeled in blue. First one is this. Currently it's reading as Hijri, and if you check, there is another name on it. You can change from Hijri to Gregorian. I click and something changes here in the timesheet. Look here, now it's Sunday. The green color downwards, it's coming to Sunday. And if I change here to Hijri, it goes to Friday. You can see now. This tells you one thing. I built this template while working in a Muslim country. Currently I work in a Muslim country. I have made this timesheet machine to be used in a Muslim country, whereby they take Friday as holiday or a resting day. I will repeat again that this is very important for construction company. Most construction companies don't work on Fridays, or they don't work on that day which is specialized as a weekend or holiday for the weekend. Many workers rest for one day. You can give your workers 2 days, which by determining whichever country they are, but mostly here in Gulf, Friday is the weekday. So I took here Hijri. When I click Hijri, here says Friday, and if here says Friday, it means Friday here is the resting day. So from there, so when you want, this will help you change which day is the weekend. Here you can change the month, date of the month and the date, starting date. This color you don't change, you only change those colors that are in blue. The other colors you just read what's in there. So if we come here, if I click, this is a link to go to where the time cards are being designed. Let's take a look. I click and it takes me to sheet 2, which is labeled page 1 to 400, meaning page 1 to 400, which means currently our interface can make from page 1 to 400. We will have a look at that page later. First of all, let's have a look at the interface. The other blue labels are this one of return 8, 10. Above them are the cells which have headings for them: short shift, long shift, fixed shift, and rental. What does this mean? You can have 4 different people in the site, 4 workers with different normal hours, or 4 workers working at different shifts within 24 hours, and they all have different normal hours, which means some have overtime, some don't have, some work only for normal hours, they don't work any overtime, like that, etc. And the last one here, this rental, this is very super. It means if you have a worker in a project and he doesn't belong to your company, he's a rental worker, you will use this while putting data here. We will come to this side. Let me first continue showing you what is above the date here. Now we are here, blue color, you can change the name of site name. This one is for this blue color, and this cell is for here, means where the site is situated, the location of the site. Now we go down here. Let's go back to starting to date 1. From here, this corner, we have serial number. Everything always has numbers. Serial number, we have names, employment number, name of the company, shift. What shift you will choose from here? You will check. If you put he's working short shift, means you are giving him 8 hours as normal hours. You can change. Let's say he's working for 10 hours as normal hours, and we click enter, and now he's got 10 hours as normal hours. Like this, you can do the same to these blue cells, or which are under these shift cells. So here we have designation, which designation is the employee. So let's do for one guy. We will not change the name. I gave him name Kevin Dad, employment number 2231, company name. The file will have fixed company names. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 companies, which means these are subsidiaries of one company. One company here is the main company. Any company here can be the main, and the rest are subsidiaries. So this is one company, but they have like branches or subsidiaries of companies, a group of companies. So here we will choose which company the worker works in. So is employed by, so let's change here. We say he works for Middle East. That's the name of the company, and he's working on which shift. If we say rental and he belongs to the same company, it means he's being paid hourly for that month. I will show you the reason or the difference between giving him any of the first 3 shifts from here, here and here, and giving him this last one, rental here, this rental one. So I will tell you that later, but if he's being paid on hourly basis, you will say that he's working on which shift, rental, and then you can write his designation. If he's a staff, what designation is a secretary, he's a carpenter, he's a mason, he's a driver, you will just write there. Here we have date 1, we have timing, we have timeout. We have date 2, we have timing, we have timeout. What you will do, you will just write here timing and timeout. I have given him timing, he is working from 6 to 5. If you look here, this is just illustration. This one doesn't mean so much. Whatever you put here is just for you to, it is just to remind you what time the site starts. But these 2 cells, they don't control anything in this document. They are just there for you to fill out, so you can it can remind you what time the site starts working. So we can fill all the way. So here is from date 1 coming all the way to day 2, day 3, so all the way up to here date 31. Let's see something here. I said this cell is for changing the date of the month. Let's say now here we are on May 2021. Let's say we are on now currently this is 2020, and let's say we are in February. Here we say 2 February and you see, click enter. If we hit enter, let's see what will happen. These cells are empty. Why? I have programmed it such that it only fills to the last date of that month. If this month was up to 30, it would fill up to here, and anything you write here as time in, time out, and these cells of the date cells are empty, this will not be counted in the timesheet. It will be 00 in the timesheet. So the time card will only take up to the last date of that month. So here you just change date of the month, but you don't change end date, you just change the first date. If you go to the next month, the end date of that month will come automatically. So here are the totals. You will read for yourself later. You can see how they work. So these totals come from all the time cards on the other sheet. So I hope here we have understood each other well. We are okay with that. And remember, I said you can only above from row 1 to row 5, you can only change the blue cells only. Here, when we come here, you only after you don't change anything in row 5 and row 4, row 5 and row 6, you don't change anything. You only put data from row 7 starting with names. You don't change the data of the serial number. That is automatically, you don't touch there. So here we gave him name and everything, and we gave him time. So let's see how will the time card look like. We go to there, or from here we can click here and it will take us there, but okay, we are there. Let's click here. Now we are on the time card. We said he's from Middle East Contracting. You can see the name of the company just came, and you can see everything here, daily timesheet, because he's from that company. The name is just here, daily timesheet. Let me show you quickly what would happen if we said he's from a rental company. On the input, we change from Middle East, we say he's from a rental company. Then we come to page, and here changes rental hire company, and the word timesheet has gotten some other words, daily timesheet for rental worker, just like that. So the time card will look like this. Time in, time out. This is the date 1, date 2. In, out, normal hours. These normal hours is what shift you put the worker under, what shift, and how many normal hours did you say that that shift is having, and the overtime is the result of in, out time minus in time minus the normal hours. This is the name of the project you filled on the interface, and here it only illustrates for you which day is the holiday, is the resting day. Now for this worker, I will show you why we have this cell saying normal, and this one saying penalty, and this one saying absent. And here you can see if we put, he has a absent, and here down, remember I told you the time card will only calculate up to the last day of the month. So that February of the year 2020 had 29 days. The time card will ignore the rest 2 days, day 30 and 31 of every month that February doesn't carry. So, and the time card will look like this. Then here down we will have the totals. Deduction in days penalty, he was absent for he was given penalty. Remember, there is P. I will show you all later. And total period of days he worked for 28 days. Deduction total overtime minus deduction hours. He had 102 overtime hours. And because we put this worker under rental, these details will help you to see on hourly basis how much he can be paid through hourly basis. So this is the total of how many months he has worked for that month, and this is the working totals of monthly days. He has worked for 26 days. He was absent for 1 day and he was penalized for 1 day. So to put this penalty, absent, etc., you come here, there is a guide. I will put a file where on my video, and there's a file there. You can check. You can download the file and see this guide. The guide will be there. So this is how it looks like. This means on the interface, if you put A, it's when the worker is absent. You put in and out A. It means he will absent. If he is absent, so and he will not get no more hours. He will not get any overtime. And in the timesheet, it will appear like this, and he will not be present also. Same thing, if sick leave, you can put S, no more hours. Yes, he will get no more hours, no overtime. It will appear like this in the time card, and he will be marked present with no more hours. So that day he will be present. If he has sick leave and you write sick, if you write S in the interface, it will come like that. If it is a holiday and the worker went to duty, you write O. It means he will get no more hours, and the total time he worked from starting of the shift till end will all be overtime. Then in the time card it will appear as holiday with holiday OT, and this will be the result in the timesheet. He will get no more hours and overtime total. If it is holiday and he did not go to duty, if holiday and not on duty, he will get no more hours. You write H, he will get no more hours and no OT. Appearance on the timesheet, it will just be holiday, present, no more hours. Same case, you just read here and you put the same way. So in anything I have explained, I have illustrated everything here. You can come back to the guide and check. So this time card, I have this programmed template. I have designed it for companies with big manpower. So let's go back to the input. I want to show you something. Why is it efficient? Currently, this one can hold 400 time cards, but I'm designing it to hold 800 time cards. One file to hold 800 time cards. So for this one, it can hold 400. All these are cells where you can put names and details just like that, and the time cards will come here. So let's try to scroll here down. You see page 2. So if you put details, the details will come here. Let me show you something very important in the interface. This serial number means something. The serial number is the page number, this here. The serial number, if you are in here with red color, serial number 23, this means you are writing for page number 23. So we wrote here for page 1 as Kevin Dad. So Kevin Dad is here, page 1. So the row number on the interface, the serial number on the interface is the page number. It's not row number. Row number is for the file itself. The serial number is the page number for that time card. As easy as that. You just fill the details here and you will have your time card. If you have any question, you can email me. My email is on this video, and I have put a file there on the video which you can make 2 time cards only, because it's just for advertisement. Actually, I'm marketing this file, so anyone who would want to get into business, I can design for your company, whatever kind of company you have and whatever kind of time card you have, which should look just like this or have some different aspects, or could have something changed a little bit. I can design for you. And the nice thing to hear is that it doesn't matter how many workers you have in your company, you can make all their time cards in one file like this one. Thank you very much. I hope to hear from you people. Make my work great. Thank you all.